2, 3, 4. Like a sex machine. Like a sex machine.
Hello everyone, welcome to Legacy Radio. My name's Adaya.
I'm Mar.
Jalen.
Bondell. I'm Demetrius.
I'm Alex.
And we're going to be talking about cheating today. So the first question that I want to address everyone with is, what is you guys' definition of cheating?
Okay, so to me, cheating is giving another person your affection, your love, your attention, your time. Like if we're in a relationship and you're giving me that and you're giving that to another person, that's cheating for me.
The same thing. Like if whatever you and your partner agree upon, or like boundaries that you guys have set together, that you guys can't go out of those lines or out of those borders with, like, you know, what you and your partner like discuss. That's cheating.
I think of cheating as like a game. If you're playing Uno, before you begin playing Uno, you gotta establish your rules first before you even start. Because if one person wants stacking, the other person doesn't want stacking, and a person puts a +2 on top of another +2, and then they get upset about it, then you're gonna be like, well, damn, you just cheated.
I definitely agree with Demetrius. If we play Monopoly and you take the money out the bank, you cheating.
Period.
With your definition of cheating, are there levels to cheating? Is there like lower levels, like, you know?
I think the fuck not. Cheating is cheating.
I think
no matter what level it is, no matter to what extent you're still cheating.
So
it's the same concept.
I know it's still. Sorry, go ahead.
So you know the difference between if your partner hugs somebody else versus if they fuck someone else?
If you hug somebody else, that's not cheating. That's just a thing.
That's
Like, you would add
To him, that's different.
That's true.
But texting, also texting versus having sex.
So what? Why are you texting him? What's your purpose?
We're still saying it's cheating.
Having sex? Are we more mad if I caught him having sex rather than texting? Yes. Then that is your question. If that is your question, yes. There is.
So are you saying that
Yes.
there's levels to it?
Yes.
There's levels. It depends on your madar. Your madar is basically like how mad you get depending on what type of cheating it is. If it's like texting or something, you're not gonna get that mad. It's just gonna be like, so your madar gonna be like, but if they fuck somebody, it's like, like you go shut shit down. That's wherever your madar is, that's your level of machine. There's levels to cheating.
People cheat because, like, some people don't give them the needs that they need to fulfill them enough to not cheat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have a girl and y'all get into an argument, she start doing you shady and things like that. She acting mad weird, she always yelling at you, this and that. Then you see a friend, another girl, and she always nice, she being kind 24/7. You're gonna be like, dang, that girl could probably please me more than the other one. Feel me?
Okay, so do you think that could have been avoided if you talked to your partner?
Yeah, but sometimes girls be too stubborn. Same guys too. Guys be stubborn too. Mess it up, and then people don't have no communication, end up cheating. Then that's where arguments start. Facts.
But that's also, like, you gotta establish those rules, because, like, even though they might be friends, but, like, there's certain things that you need to say to your friends.
Yeah.
Because, like, I may think that if you call them baby, I would think that you're have some kind of affection towards them. Because, like, why you calling your friend baby? Because I have friends that call me baby, but I'm not in a relationship with them. But, like, if I was in a relationship and someone heard them say that to me, I'm pretty sure my partner would be upset about that.
But it depends on, like, your relationship with your friends. Like with my friends, I'm very, like, flirtatious and very, like, friendly, and like to me, like, personally, like with Jayla, for example, I'm always hugging her. That's my best friend. Like, come on now.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that people interpret it as different ways.
Yeah, and that's why you go back to, like, your relationship. Like, what do they know about you? Like, boundaries. Like, what are your boundaries?
And, like, you could tell them, like, oh, that's just my friend, we're not doing anything, they're just like that. And they're like, are you sure? Like, they may not believe you.
Yeah, and it should be.
Because I've had, like, not to put personal business, but, like, I've had people be like, when, like, my videos of me and Mar, like, they're like, he like you or something. I'm like, no, that's just how he is.
I like cockiness.
That's what I say. But then they, like, people drag it, but
Period.
That's just your personality. So it depends on, like, who you're, like, how regularly how that person is.
Is it okay to react violently to cheating? And, like, if so, how violent should you react?
You being somebody.
Going back to my point, it just depends on your matter and the type of person you are. If you feel like burning their house down, I'm not telling you to, but if that's what you want to do, then you go do it.
Catch that felon.
Don't give them
Yeah,
ideas. They
sorry.
no. Don't know that around here.
But would you do it?
Yes.
That's a confession, America.
Don't date me, guys.
I feel like if I'm mad at you, I'm gonna hurt you the legal way. I'm gonna hurt you long term. Like you're gonna be in pain for a while. If you cheat on me, like I'm gonna fuck your life up
Damn.
legally.
All these F-bombs.
Period. Moving on.
And he gonna be in pain for a while if I blow his house up too.
But you go to jail.
No, not
I'm saying, but at least I know he fucked
I'm talking
up.
about doing petty shit like busting your window out. Only one of them. And like licking a Jolly Rancher, putting on your windshield so when you pull it off, it break. Real petty shit. Taking your shoelaces. Earring backs. Like I'm being real petty.
Clearly.
I'm cutting your toes out of sneakers. Where you going? On one shoe. Come on now.
I heard a real good technique of when someone cheat on you, like take all the clothes that matches. If you got a pair of black jeans with a black shirt, take the black jeans.
Period.
Leave the black shirt. But you're gonna wear blue jeans, you're gonna look tacky.
Oh my god. I think that violence is not the answer.
That's always the answer, baby.
Okay. No. I think that you shouldn't be like if it's that, you know, means that much to you, curse them out. The best thing you could do, like go for the gun their stuff. And you know, like go get that all out, but like violently, it's doing is causing you more damage if they legally like come for you.
But you get relief.
You going? No, that's not relief. If you in a jail cell, that's not relief.
I got
You're not gonna be able to wear your
I can plot some more.
Oh my god.
More free time.
Have you done that?
How about that?
I recommend cornrows.
Oh my god, not with that. I throw your fucking hair in, bitch.
Come on, Cleo.
Well, whatever.
Okay.
But I don't think violence is the answer. I think that like you should just whatever, be cordial or whatever, and they'll be on that person, and God will get them. For me, I feel like whatever if they done did you wrong, they're gonna get that shit back 10 times over.
What is your view on cheating?
You shouldn't be cheating. That's my whole view on cheating. Why cheat? Because when cheating on you, you feel the same type of way they feel.
So do you think that people have reasons to cheat?
Like, if they don't love you, I don't know. Why set yourself in a relationship that you know that you're going to be cheated on? Or get cheated on? Or cheat on somebody? Don't set yourself up for failure.
So, in the mindset of the person who is cheating, what do you think they're thinking, or what do you think they're trying to get out of cheating?
She's not giving me what I want, or he ain't giving me what I want, so somebody else could, like that.
Okay.
That's what he's probably thinking.
How do you think people should communicate what they want or need?
Talk to their girlfriend or their person, like, be like, I want this, and there's disagreement, then find something else to do. There's other things besides cheating.
So, do you believe that cheating affects the other person's people's mental
Yes,
health?
because if somebody's been dating for 2 years in a healthy relationship and they get cheated on and they look stupid because they posting their boyfriend like, ooh, man crushed this, and the girl's like, oh, but he there, he did this and that with me.
Yeah.
And then she finds out, she gonna feel dumb. She gonna feel like, oh, I wasted 2 years on this guy who been cheating on me.
Yeah.
Like, she gonna feel horrible. So she don't cheat.
So what's your view on micro cheating?
What that mean?
So like if
Smaller level.
someone
Smaller
is
cheating,
like
like-
texting their ex,
like flirting.
Because he's like flirting with their ex.
Like why be in a relationship that you know you're gonna cheat on somebody with? Like, don't set yourself up for failure.
Do you think that
Be fully connected, be fully in love with the person so you won't cheat on
do
them.
you think that cheating is intentional from the beginning, or things happen and you know?
They know what they're doing. If you're cheating on somebody, you know what you're doing. You know the right from wrong. You know what I'm trying to say? You know what you're doing.
Okay, so do you guys think cheating is a mistake?
No.
Why?
If you cheat, you do it intentionally. You know your relationship, you know your boundaries, you know my standards. If you went outside of a relationship for something else that I couldn't give you, then break up with me. Period. It's not a mistake. You know what you was getting.
I think cheating is. I think it could be a mistake sometimes. Like things happen. Sometimes you're drunk. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes shit happens. Like that kiss happens. That
Different when you're intoxicated and you're under the influence rather than you're sober and you know what you like. You're fully capable to make decisions and like do shit.
Yeah, mistake.
But it's a mistake. Yeah, but it's a mistake.
I feel like it's a mistake, but it could be intentional or unintentional. Because you could cheat on someone, but you can regret it right after. Or you can be completely out of it, and then you like, oh damn, why did I do that? Regret it.
So how do you know when somebody's like truly like regretful?
I think like when somebody comes to you like in a relationship, like if they confide in you about what they have done and that shows that they have like loyalty towards you or they care about you enough to tell you what they have done.
I see what Adai is saying, and in that case for me, it's a mistake if they come to you and tell you, I did this, because they genuinely have supposed to go to you and say, I did this, I'm sorry. But then what makes it not a mistake for me, what makes it intentional, like you said, was if they go back and do it again after they apologize. And it's like, were you really sorry if you just went and did it again? And now I'm just hearing the same bullshit. It's just, yeah, I'm sorry, but you're still doing it. Yeah. So you're not sorry no more, it's intentional.
And there's also things with like past relationships. If you ask your partner like why they broke up in their past relationships and they say that it's because they cheated, then it's like.
So do you think people could change?
I believe people could change, but like, how long does it take for a person to change? Is the question.
Can't teach no dog new tricks.
How many relationships have you been in where you cheated up to where you're with me right now?
Exactly.
Can I ask a question? You made me think of something. How often do you think people will admit to having cheated in their previous relationship?
I think it really depends on the person. If the person is really like honest with them when they're first in a relationship, like in my past relationship I messed up, but I'm trying to do better now. Like people should like say things like that. Do you think that people should take cheaters back?
It depends on the level of cheating. Okay, so say hypothetically, we're in a relationship and we've been together for like X amount of time.
5 years.
5 years. We've been together 5 years. We got our own house. We're together. We have a relationship. Then one day you go to cheat on me. Boom. Should I take you back? I think the fuck not, you trick ass bitch.
No.
But it depends on the level of cheating though.
I think it also depends on what circumstance you're in at that moment. Because like some people like buy houses or like go into apartments where they sign the lease and have to be in there. Not saying like in a scenario where someone has like signed a lease and has to be in there
for X amount of time.
Amount of time, then like you're kind of stuck with them because not signed the lease.
You're stuck living with them, but not being in a relationship with them.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, but if you like seeing them every day, so anyway,
make you want to like make a
I feel like it would be really awkward.
Yeah, if you broke up with somebody, you still living in the same house, and then what if you want to go out and get another person, another significant other? You like, I'm still living.
Me fucking.
No, I don't mean like that. I'm just saying, but like if the person you're going out there, like you still live with your ex that you was together for like 6 years. No, that's not okay.
So what is a good amount of time to like start dating again after you got cheated on?
It depends on the person. Depends on the relationship.
So I feel like if we got a relationship like today and you fucking somebody else tomorrow, you knew what the fuck you was doing to me. You set me up. I feel betrayed and
that's still debatable.
That's just you.
It takes me at least like 3 months to like move on and like regroup myself.
Okay, but what people who go out and have sex with people to get over their ex or move on in some way?
That's revenge sex.
Okay, but it happens. Doesn't mean that they care about you any less.
It's not good sex. It's just there.
That's not the point.
It's like if you feel that
their way of coping.
If you feel that bad, get a dildo. Get a toy. It has the same pleasure.
You sure about that?
That's not the same.
I'm not saying. You're not getting satisfied by somebody else.
We can't say how it feels for people, but if a person is like having sex with another person on the next day, then I think that might be just a personal problem for others because yes, you'll feel offended like, oh, it was a whole setup.
Do you think Cardi shouldn't have took Offset back as quick as she did after what he did to her?
That's her husband and they got a kid together.
Yeah.
So what makes it different?
It's different
if you're in a
circumstances.
5-year relationship with somebody else?
It's different circumstances. Like when you have a kid, like you're stuck for the rest of your life, no matter if you like that person or not.
Yeah,
You sit down. You're stuck. You have to take care of that child. You have to feed that child. You have to still talk to that person for that child's sake. Like,
Yeah.
there's different circumstances. with
Okay,
Cardi.
I got you. You always.
And they were married, so it's
Yeah.
like
Okay.
there's love,
For like a year.
but still.
The point is, they don't have to be together for them to both love and care for that child. They can be separated, but still maybe fine parents all together.
That's true.
I agree with that too, but I understand what Mara is saying. That like you still, no matter what, if you like divorce, you still gonna have to have communication, constant communication with your ex or whoever you had the baby with. You're still gonna have to have constant communication if the other party wants to be in the child's life. So I feel like it's easier to get back together, and it's easier to get back together when like you have a child because you're like, I want to make it happen for my kid too, not just the relationship itself.
So do you think like setting like with that mindset, I'm doing this for my child? Do you think that's negatively impacting you and
It could be negatively.
boxing you in like to this like hellhole like situation?
Yeah, it could be. It depends on the situation because if it became healthy after the fact, like let's say somebody cheated, it was like okay, a problem, and then they got back together and they gained a healthy relationship, then okay. But if it's a toxic relationship and they're still together, yeah, it could be have negative impacts on you and the way you treat your parents itself, because the way the parents treat each other could also come back down on the children and the way that they treat each parent.
And they treat their future spouses.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to think about like how many of us are half siblings? Because I know all my siblings are by some other woman. So it's just like I don't think it would have been right for my mom and dad because I was the first born. I don't think it would have been right for them to be together still.
Right.
Just because they had me.
Yeah, that's true.
What if it was just for publicity though? With Cardi.
Ooh.
I don't think it's
More money, more money, more money.
Okay. You say that about Cardi, Beyonce, Cardi. Offset.
Yeah, Cardi.
Because I think, because you can't say that about like Cardi and Offset and then like, you know what I mean. I don't think any of those are stunts. Because to put all of that, to be honest, like if for a celebrity to do anything, like, you know, it gets more publicity. But the way people come, because first of all, people already got this rivalry against Nicki and Cardi and stuff like that.
Right.
The way people come for Cardi at that point, and she knows that people are gonna come for her, like I feel like that's so much trauma to put yourself in to just do that for publicity for anybody.
I think it has to do with like a mindset thing. Like a lot of times I feel like when people are cheated on or in any type of toxic relationship, they stay there because they feel like they don't have any other like choice or like any other way out, or they don't see any other like better options. So it's like, okay, well, he cheated on me and we have a kid together and he makes me happy. Like we had good times together, so it's like I'm a stay.
Everybody should be like Sierra. When Future cheated on her, she left and got her a ball player. Isn't that cute now?
Or Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Or Beyonce and Jay-Z. She made an album, made millions off his cheating.
I feel like they went through whatever they went through.
It's okay.
They moved past it and they was like, okay, now that we are at a good place, let's tell our story, but in a way that we know how to do it best through our music.
Yeah.
So if they're both talented artists, if he's a great rapper, she's a great singer and performer, they did it in such a way where that they could benefit from it instead of it just being, oh, let's release this out into this platform like a magazine or a newspaper or something. Let's do it through our music so we can tell a story, because nobody can tell it better than that.
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has.
Oh my God.
How important is communication in a relationship in general? What are some examples of like how you guys communicate effectively?
We're always asking each other how they feel, making sure we still love each other.
Okay, cool. Y'all want to jump
Do
in?
you believe that texting or calling or face-to-face is better type of communication?
Yeah. Face to face is the best way though.
Now, what does an unhealthy relationship look like?
Ignoring.
Where you feel like you have to be on that person 24/7.
So like clinginess?
No, like where you're like questioning their trust to the point where you have to like be with them 24/7. So you have to make sure that they're not doing anything.
Right.
So, like, just I guess thinking about cheating as a whole, I was just curious to know, why do we put ourselves in these in monogamous relationships anyways? Like, why do we limit ourselves to be with one person? I feel like that's like culturally ingrained in us.
Well, not necessarily. Some people can't handle being open with their partners, open relationships.
Jealousy.
Yeah, some people like jealous.
Jealousy. Yes.
Jealousy.
Like Jalen, for example. I'm her best friend. We have no like sexual connection or whatever, but she is so territorial about who I talk to and so jealous. And it's just like, I don't know, like.
That's the type of person I am.
I feel like it has to do with us as a species, that's like our culture. We have choices. We can either be in a relationship or not.
Maybe it's a American culture thing, because I look at overseas, they have like Muslims, for example, or is that the right like thing?
It's the name of the religion.
Muslim. Like some Muslim people have like 3-4 wives, and like each wife has a role in like that household.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's like.
No, I'm saying like everyone has.
Y'all all come to that agreement, like you, your partner, your other partner. If y'all come to that agreement, okay, we're all gonna do this together. Like we share common interests. Let's go do this together. Because if it's like a 3-year relationship, there may be some things that you and one person in the relationship have that you and the other person in the relationship don't connect with. Like say, me and Mar like opera, but me and Adaya like to go listen to rap music and stuff. We would go do that together, have our time. Then me and Demir would go have our time, just to set them two together. They would have their time together. So you have to like just communicate with each other if you're gonna do that. But there's certain people like me, like Demir was saying, who are jealous, who don't like seeing other people. When I see him with other people, it's like, are they gonna take him away from me? Am I gonna get as much time with my best friend now that he's with this person? This, that, and the third. It's like, in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, they're taking my best friend away from me. What am I gonna do?
So you get in a polyamorous relationship, and then like those two people that you're in a relationship with have more in common and decide to get out of that relationship and pursue their own relationship.
Instead of being with
how would you react to that?
Ooh, wow, that's tough.
Yikes.
I'd be like,
kill them both.
How would you react to like being in a 3-way relationship and then the other two people in that relationship pursue their own relationship and
So they
leave you in the
kick
dust?
you out?
Yes, they kick you out the 3-way.
Bitch, they only cut. I can't. I'm with Jalen on this.
Yeah.
In my mind, is like the girl in Mean Girls. You know how like when she thinks something, then it's like all the monkeys going and stuff. How the humans act like monkeys, and then she do like what she actually did in real life. In my mind, I would want to kill them both. Then in real life, I know it's like, oh Jesus, if I kill them both, I'm going to jail. So it's like maybe I would try to like level up on both of them to make both of them mad. Like, oh, y'all missing out on me now because now I'm with this person or I'm with these two now.
But they're with each other. They don't care about you.
I mean, they probably eat this stuff. They probably like, I'm missing them. Like,
The best way to hurt somebody is through success and education, because nobody can take that away from you.
Period.
But that's probably another reason why people go into monogamous relationships, because you're scared that they're gonna leave you. Because if you're in a polyamorous relationship, there's a possibility that they're gonna lose feelings for you and then go on to the other one.
I mean,
it's also like competition. Like you gotta. Yeah, I feel like competition. Like
I feel like it is.
It's that's a whole.
You gotta be the best or else they're gonna be like, or they be with them next day.
Yeah, more. It's likely is you. Every person has like if in a group of people they have their favorite person. Like everybody, nobody like loves everybody the exact same.
I feel like when you're in a monogamous relationship, you're in love with that one person, right? Y'all in love with each other.
It's like tunnel vision.
But the point of polyurethane or whatever. That is like
that's a vocab.
All three of y'all, just how you can be in love with one person, all three of y'all are equally in love with each other. Right. So it's like,
but not might only be 3. It could be 50.
Yeah. However many of y'all equally in love with each other. So if that love is there, I feel like it's nothing that could break that.
I agree, and it's like what you said
If
earlier.
it's there,
So,
it's there.
I feel like
Like you get something from him
Right.
for opera and something for her for rap. Like you can't, you clearly, obviously, like you can't expect one person to give you everything.
Right.
So
And that's the point of having
That's what I think.
everybody. So
Yeah.
that there's certain people
And I think that
who
alleviates
satisfy
stepping out
that
and
need
cheating.
because they know the other person won't. But that's the point of doing it all together, which leads it to not be cheating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because y'all came to this agreement. Okay, we're all gonna do this together. They satisfy this need, I'll satisfy this need. That makes us all happy. Therefore, we don't have to go out and step out on each other.
Right, it's like a friend group.
It's just like, yeah.
Like you
yeah,
got
that's
That's a group.
I don't think it's. I'm not bashing the whole thing, but I feel like for me, I'm just so like.
Set in my ways.
Set in my ways. Like I can't. I would be so conscious. I'd be like, oh my god, like what the heck? Are you mad at me? What's happening? Like
I would be the opposite. I would be so awkward. I'd be like, so you're going with them tonight?
I feel like I'll be the
Okay.
mom in a relationship.
I feel awkward.
Right, like, yeah. I feel like I would want to, I don't know, I just couldn't do it.
I just feel like it has to do with
I plan
certain
out every
people.
part of my life.
I feel like certain people have to do it because I can't see myself in an open relationship.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
I'm not bashing other people that will be in open relationships, but I couldn't do it personally because of the way I am.
Yeah. It's like fashion, it's not for everybody. Everybody can't feel everything.
Well, that's all the time we have today here on
Wait a second, wait.
That's that.
well, that's all the time we have today for Legacy Radio.
Bye.
Come back
so much
again.
for doing this. We'll see you.